Xiao Hao, good afternoon, true believers and martial arts fanatics like myself alike. Turtle Sage here for another combat commentary. On today's episode, we're going to talk about something that I probably should have covered a while ago. Yeah, you can get the jazz. Anyway, this is all about standards. And, you know, that's one of those things, man. Martial arts, by its very nature, is competitive. Because it's competitive, you have to adhere to a standard if you want to be competitive. For example, there was and what brought this on was I was watching clips from one of my favorite Tarantino movies. You could probably guess what that is. Haven't seen, as it has to do with martial arts. Kill Bill. And specifically, it was the scene where Uma Thurman is training with Master Pai Mei, master of the White Lotus sect of Kung Fu. And it's played by Gordon Liu, legendary master killer, 36 Chambers, Shaolin, that guy. And throughout the sequence of her training, he would scoff at her technique and scold her like she was trying to use the Jin against him and she wasn't landing a single blow. And he's laughing at her the whole time. He's like, no, your swordsmanship is amateurish at best. And he had to break her down to build her back up. Like, you got to empty your cup. Well, throughout that, when she was, hitting the board, anytime she would complain, he'd get mad or bop her over the head with his cane. And he told her, you acquiesce to defeat as soon as adversity hits you. That's not the standard here. You need to be tougher. And then there's a scene, after they had been training for a while, they're eating Chinese food, rice or whatever, and her hands are just gnarled and broken and destroyed from, doing Iron Fist training. She's trying to get that Fa Jin like you guys see me do. So, during that sequence, she tries to use chopsticks to eat her rice. She can't do it. And she starts digging into the rice with her hands. This upsets Pai Mei. One, because it's disgusting. You see them training out in the wilderness, and you ain't see not one shower or bar of soap. Wash them hands, right? Well, he tells her in his most angry Cantonese, is like, if you want to if you want to act like a dog, you lay down with dogs. You will not eat as men and women do. And he grabs the rice and throws the bowl on the ground. And she understands what he's saying. Like, okay, this is a standard. Don't sacrifice your standards for anyone or anything. Yeah, I know your hands hurt. Live with it. You are here to be a warrior. Warriors have high standards. And she picks up the bowl, gets more rice in it, grabs a spoon, puts more rice in it, and grabs the chopsticks with every ounce of will that she has, and starts using the chopsticks. It hurts, but she does it. And then Pai Mei strokes his beard in Cantonese. Anyway, and smirks like, yes, I've taught you well. So that's one aspect of standards. Now, in reality's sake, this goes back to, I also remember time when I was training in Dallas with Grandmaster Johnny Lee and the White Leopard family. And one thing Grandmaster Lee will always emphasize was standards. If you cannot hold a horse stance square for 5 minutes, you must face the facts. Your kung fu is weak. And he always would say that to me. He emphasized that. Kung fu is not just, like Northern Shaolin, Mijang. It's not just about fighting. It is a part of it's about life. You adhere to a standard. If you can't hold the horse stance, you're weak. You're mentally weak. You cannot stand the trials of combat from a spiritual and mental standpoint. And he's right. So these are the standards. To get black sash, black belt under him, you had to hold the horse stance for 5 minutes. You had to fight 5 people at one time. You had to break a cinder block. You had to do the required forms leading up to the black sash in that respective style. You had to run 6 miles. And he did not ever compromise on this. And rightfully so. And the good thing about that is a lot of his people who have reached that level are all gold medalists. Like some world champions, grand champion, world champion, you name it. They should probably all be in movies. They're that good. And it doesn't matter. Men, women, black, white, you name it. Chinese, they're all awesome. It's something I aspire to. And here's the thing about it. A lot of people don't like standards until it's time to have nice things, right? So, obviously, you can see I'm a black man. So there's this thing going on about high value man. I'm not even going to say his name because it's going to drill up so much controversy. But you already know where I'm going with this. Everybody complains about, oh, why do they have standards this? Well, here's the thing about it. Be the change you want to see, right? I don't like, when it comes to like the dating world, for example, I have my standards. I like slender to athletically built women. So what do? I go to the gym. I don't like women who smell bad. So what do? I take a shower. I like women who know how to dress. Ironed shirt comes from somebody who has learned iron shirt. See what I did there? Anyway, I like women to look natural, so I get a haircut. I don't put any extra stuff on. Clean, bathed, shaved, all that stuff, right? I like a woman to be sweet, so I try to be sweet to as many people as I can until they are not sweet to me, and you guys can pretty much guess the result. So, I don't have kids, so I don't really date women with kids. Sorry, not sorry. So, I don't ask anything out of anyone else that I don't ask out of myself. People will give me, crap for this, but I tell them this: if I ever compromise on my standards, then I'm weak. And you won't respect me if I do. So with that said, take something out of your life that is near and dear to you. Like, okay, for example, before I go out of the house, I always take a shower. And you have whole celebrities with millions of dollars bragging about, oh, well, I only, if I don't see dirt, I don't bathe. No, I bathe religiously. That is my standard, right? I will not compromise on this. Anybody who says I should, prepare for war. You will lose this one. Indomitable warrior spirit. That's how you get the indomitable warrior spirit. You have standards, you stick to them. And that is the most important thing. That is what separates us from the animals, is standards. Just like Master Pai Mei said. Just like Grandmaster Lee said. Just like Turtle Sage said. So, with that said, if you like what you hear, like, share, subscribe. Ring that bell icon with a 1-inch punch. And with that said, be water, my friends. Go out there and train. Get stronger. Peace!